few things that happened. Is there anybody want to share? Just now we're with you all, and it'd be nice to hear if you had any personal experiences that you mind sharing that just happened upstairs.
How you ran out of that room was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
That was pretty awesome. I was in a room and it was pretty much completely black, and I was looking at myself in a mirror and I could see behind me, and it was like fairly illuminated behind me. All of a sudden I just got completely cold, and then the mirror just went dark. I couldn't see behind me anymore, and I was like, okay, that's about it.
And you bolted.
Yeah, I cleared out and everybody the light came on, and I was in the pitch black up until that point.
And we had a couple of other bolters, did we not?
And we only got brave when he came into the room with us. Well, the first that made us come out of the room was like we were done. Because my ears started to get hot, and it was starting to hurt back here. So I'm like, I don't like what it feels in here. I started to feel like almost like, okay, something's above here. And then I'm like, okay, that's it, we're done. And then she started to feel the same thing. So we came out, and then he came out. So really, we took him in. It's
like I go there, but not by myself again.
Yes. And then we had another where it's like something, I was sitting in the chair just like this, almost like more the edge. It's like something with like 1, and then that's when I was like, what? And then 2. And that's when I went jumping up out of the chair. So,
amazing.
yes, that is what happened.
That was the ghost box. In the hall I heard a lot of ghost box going through.
When I walked in, it said Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it said look up.
Look
Yeah,
up.
look out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was like Charles or something. And
Yeah.
Is that something in Korea that I didn't catch? Because I was talking.
Yes, yeah.
And the little kid said hi. Just as you guys were coming.
Oh wow.
Okay.
But just the first time we heard a little.
It was really you guys.
And a man talking and then a woman.
Yes. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then the little kid at the end.
They didn't sound nasty though. They just sounded pretty, like normal almost.
I thought it said Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
Anybody else had
Fantastic.
anything weird upstairs?
When we were in our room, we had like a big dresser in it, and then Maxine leaned up against it, and she heard like scratching on the dresser, and she could feel it like through her jacket.
You could feel it, yeah. It's kind of scary.
And then I just heard a lot of clanging noises too, but it was probably just a pipes or something.
There's no pipe water running through this building.
Yeah.
I think it was piping.
Yeah.
That's why we have those outfits.
Yeah, we have no heat, we have no water.
Probably electricity here.
Yeah, it's only electricity. So you wouldn't hear clanging pipes.
Oh, well, I heard a lot of clanging.
Awesome.
So anybody else upstairs feel anything weird? I noticed a lot of lights were on. A lot of lights were on.
Hey guys, Eric here from the Phantoms of Yore. We made it, the Ninette Sanatorium. We got a great tour today. We saw all the buildings. You're gonna see all the insides of this. It's amazing, absolutely spectacular. So after this super long drive, we can't wait tonight to get more footage out here. So take a look at it. The Ninette Sanatorium, Phantoms of Yore. Let's get started. So this here is the hole. The only space we've seen so far that gets us into the tunnel where bodies were passed through. Originally there was 12 buildings. Now you can imagine in the winter time, you're not going to pass from building to building outside, especially with patients who are sick. So they have a tunnel system. Now that tunnel system connects at every single building. Sadly, there's only 4 buildings that remain at this time, which means that at every building that used to be here, the tunnel is then blocked off. So a lot of it is inaccessible. This is recently been opened and I'm going to be going in there. You'll see that later on. And we'll see where they connect and where they stop, and that's got to be the most amazing thing, right? It pretty much hasn't been accessed in who knows how long. Phantoms of Yore, we're going to see what happens. Alright, so the games are... Psychics and mediums say there's 6 little children in this room. A lot of activity here. A child that was on, actually a little boy that was on a tour right in this room had a kid that was playing with him, but the kid wasn't there. Kept talking about a little girl. no little girl. So the games are excited to stay in here a little bit. You're in an abandoned place, you expect to see antiques, you expect to see old furniture maybe, or just nothing, old creaky stuff, right? But here there's a museum. Makes it real. It's a sanatorium, people got sick, people died. How to tie a head to a body bag. The 8 essential folds to tying a body bag. That kind of makes it real about where we are right now. Just to show you how huge this building is, this is just a wing. One wing to this entire building. This hallway is what horror movies are made of. This is an amazing building. We'll see what we get. So this room is pretty much a horror movie. You could use this room as a set for a horror movie. The peeling room. No reason for why it's falling apart because every other room in this building is not doing this and they were all renovated at the same time. We're gonna see if this bed moves because we've been told that the bed is actually known to move in this room and that the stuff in here is just very chaotic. A lot of energy in here, so we'll see what happens. Guys, check this out. You want to talk about creepy? This is what horror movies are made of. Beautiful staircase. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're in an interesting place.
All right, everyone, we finally made it. We're at Ninette Sanatorium. We have 4 days to investigate leading up to our events this weekend. JL is on her way. She's on a flight right now. She's going to meet us tomorrow. So for now, Eric and I are doing lights out.
Eight essential folds that you need to do to put a body bag around a guy.
Put a what? I'm ready. I'm like, what?
Shut up. Okay.
I was so looking forward to that part. That very end. I was even messaging with Corey about it. Wait till the end. It's the best
That's
part.
your favorite thing about like any blooper I've ever done. Like it doesn't matter which one. That's your favorite one.
Oh, it was fantastic. Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I was saying.
oh, it's all the taste and all the filming and all the information. I mean, you're always, always bound to have a play with words at some point.
And we just drove 28 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we did do that pretty much like right away.
Yeah.
That first video to put out there. So, Ninette Sanatorium. We've been out there for 2 years. It would have been 3 years if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah.
We were all set up to return. We had some other events planned out in the area, but then they put down 14-day isolation, mandatory, and we just couldn't pull that off. That would just be too much to have to isolate. But maybe, just maybe, If the restrictions are lifted by the fall, then maybe we can pull something off. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah. Be nice to return to Manitoba.
Absolutely.
We love it out there. And go visit the pelicans at Pelican Lake.
Yeah.
So, Ninette Sanatorium. This is Eric's favorite location. His favorite place because of the multiple massive buildings
It's
that
amazing.
he can go and explore and look around. Yeah, a lot of history here. So right now it was what? It opened in 1910, I believe. So we're going on 110 years old.
Originally had what, 12 buildings, I think?
It's either
Yeah, I
12
think
or
that.
14, yeah.
Well, you had 12 in your intro.
Is it 12? Then it was 12.
Yeah.
And there was 4 remaining. God knows if there's still 4 remaining with how a couple of them were in the back there.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I love those buildings. Like the back buildings are so much fun because it's like if you don't know it, you can get lost in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Oh,
this
yeah,
small space.
sure.
It's not like you're just trying to find some small space to like. It's every single part of those places are great locations to do any kind of investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. So I got a lot of clips to go through from the 2 years that we went down there, and we still have a ton of footage that we have to review and we have to put out from our last events there. You know, that this place is kind of interesting for us because it was the first year when we started POY, and I think it was our 3rd location, and Ronnie, the owner, was kind of messaging every paranormal team out there, please somebody come out here and help me raise some money for the building. So we did it.
I remember when you brought this place up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. As soon as you brought it up, I knew it was going to happen.
A 24 hours straight drive.
Yeah.
Just crazy. And we pulled it off both ways, 24 hours straight.
Amazing time.
The second year we went through the States and we made some stops at a few places. But we can
Rolling
save that
Hills
for,
Asylum.
yeah, we can save that for another live feed. And Corey, I don't know, are you going to come with us if we return?
Well, we'll see. It'll all depend on the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a possibility.
Possibility, not ruling it out.
It's an opportunity to check out one of the last accessible sanatoriums in Canada.
Yeah.
It's such a great location.
John asked where exactly is it located. It's in
Ninette.
Manitoba. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
it's in Ninette,
There are all my
Manitoba.
historical comments there, so I can pop them up if people ask. And we can go through them during the videos as well. Now, we do have our first ever promo for Villisca. Not Villisca, no, that's on my head, for Ninette, Manitoba. So
you have the one that this is with, like, we're not there, right? That's the first one? Okay.
Because it's so far, we had to do it with a green screen.
Right.
So
Yeah. I don't even remember this
promo.
one.
I know.
I remember we were told that we were saying it wrong, like how to say the town's name, Ninette.
Yeah, we were saying. What were we saying?
Listen.
Ninette?
Ninette? I don't know. Let's see.
All right.
Join us on this paranormal expedition hosted by the Phantoms of Yore, Ninette Sanatorium. Alright guys, super exciting news. We're heading to Ninette, Manitoba on a paranormal expedition. We'll be driving from Ottawa to Manitoba, 24 hours straight. We'll be documenting every single step of the way. We will be putting everything on Facebook, Instagram, for everybody to see. We're talking about a 100-year-old sanitarium that we will have every inch of to ourselves. We'll be there with no heat, no water, just roughing it the entire time. So what can you expect on this paranormal expedition? You're going to learn about the history of this amazing place. You're going to learn about tuberculosis and how it affected Canada very deeply in this time. You're going to learn about the ghost stories. You're going to learn what people experienced here. And most importantly, you're going to learn what the Phantoms of Yore experienced here at Ninette Sanatorium. So at the workshops, you will get to learn how to use the equipment that we use, and we will also teach you the hypotheses that go with the equipment that we use. This is going to go on from 7 until 1 in the morning, so you definitely need a break. And at this break, you're going to get filled up with sugar, you're going to get filled up with caffeine, just to get started, to get ready for what you're about to experience. Now, what are you going to experience? Well, in true Phantoms of Your style, we're going to bring you into the experience. We're not going to tell you how, we're not going to tell you what's going to happen, but we're definitely going to do some sort of experiment that's going to have you involved. So will you be in the dark? Yes.
Alright, hold on.
Yo, what the fuck?
Will you be alone in the dark? Fucking right you will.
Oh my fucking god.
Do you believe in ghosts? You'll be that much closer to answering that question when you experience the paranormal expedition at Ninette Sanatorium. What have we heard so far? There are 6 children ghosts in the games room that like to tickle, touch, and play. Will you play with them? Join us on this experience like no other, a paranormal expedition at the Ninette Sanatorium in Manitoba, October 19th and 20th. Can't wait to see you guys there.
The cursing.
So now I see how we were saying it wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess so many clips. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to. I don't know. I guess the more memorable. Remember the knocking with JL?
Oh man,
that scared you guys.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's a clear like knocking too. And there's nobody there. Like I'm in a building, you know,
Like a
couple
far
hundred meters away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In like a huge building. Like we're in a huge building, and then you're in a huge building far away. It's not like you're in just like 2 houses next door to each other.
No, and then the timing of this for the light coming off was just.
It's
just
amazing.
funny.
Yeah.
So let's watch that. And JL's face too, and how quickly you booked it out of there. All right.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, listen.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, listen.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, listen.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, listen. That was fucking terrifying.
Yo, and we realized that like that building, a lot of stuff happened afterwards. You know what I mean? Like that was just the beginning of that building.
Was that was that the where you actually
That is
bowled
the
over
building.
her? Yeah.
No,
No,
the one where
yeah.
that's when we're going into the military building, and that was
Oh,
because
right,
of
right.
something that was in the like plants or the woods or something.
But you know, like what in the world could have caused that knocking? Like it was a very like.
It's almost like something had fallen against a door, you know, and like or a wall or something. Like don't do it, you know.
Well,
It's
it bounced
crazy.
a
I
lot,
don't
whatever
know.
it
Yeah,
was.
it bounced for
Yeah.
a while. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the guests had amazing experiences in that building.
Yeah, no, it looked cool.
But speaking of Eric running, this is what kind of started the whole Eric running thing. So there's an animal in the bush, and Eric and Jay are going up to the military building, and
I
For
love
like
it.
the
Eric
first time.
just pushes JL out of the way and just starts running from whatever this creature was. So we'll play that. Are you okay with that, Eric?
It was just the timing.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. So, JL and I have been waiting to come into this building tonight. And we finally get the opportunity to come in, and there's something telling us not to go in. Like, we just have this really bad vibe.
So, of course, we're going in. we're not gonna not go in, right?
I've never had this feeling before I go into a building, though.
What if it means something bad's gonna happen though?
Is this the one we have to go in through the back? What the fuck is that?
So what was it? A skunk or something? Or a fox or something?
You
like
actually
that?
hear the movement right before I run too. You hear
Yeah.
the like.
You literally straight armed her out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually froze it right on JL's face as she got the show. That shock. So I've always learned with Eric in dark haunted places, if something happens, throw yourself against a wall to not get hurt.
And didn't we get an EVP at one point, like when we're like?
Yeah, there
running
was
away?
something at the end. I couldn't find it though. I couldn't find the breakdown for that. And I have to say, like, our review editing back in 2018 was pretty bad compared to now.
Oh yeah.
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 Well, it's a learning curve, right? You
That's
just
it.
learn how to
You get better.
present the information. So, is there anything else you can remember that you'd want to see that I might have here?
Well, there's so much stuff from the like guests. Like if you're
I know.
thinking from the guests.
I know Leanne is watching and she wants to know about my story, but maybe I'll save that towards the end. If I
Like
want
when the
to tell
guests in that one building there in the halfway house. Like when they had the door opening and closing.
Yeah, I got a piece of that if you want to see a piece of that.
Yeah, let's check that one out.
That was interesting because it was like everybody.
And
was
then you have another
talking
one where
about this door.
there's a voice, like somebody saying something, and where they're almost looking into a glass. Is that, I don't know. It's been so
Maybe.
long.
We'll see. Well, I got the door one here, so let's watch the door experience. So there was this door to a room when you walk into the halfway house that would just open and close.
On a
It would
super
it would
heavy,
just be
like-
open,
Yeah.
and then it would be closed. And these guests actually thought you were fucking with them, and they actually were kind of accusing you of.
And I'm
playing
with them
games,
the whole
but,
time.
yeah.
It's like, when would I have had the time to?
Yeah, all right. Well, let's see this.
Spinning on the floor.
So you closed this door really hard, eh? Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Are you kidding me?
What?
You
I
closed
closed
that.
it like full tight.
Go look.
Really?
Oh,
Holy shit. Are you kidding me?
How fucking crazy is that?
oh my god.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, let's go.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Let's go.
Thank you.
Oh, it's back.
Here's my shoes. Fuck out of here. Excuse me. Get the fuck out of here.
Playing with us.
I didn't do anything. I've been with you guys the whole time. Trust me, I would like to believe that that was nothing.
What did you feel?
The door, she slammed it like so it was fully closed, and then we went back to it, and it was
Partially open.
it was partially open.
And then we turned
walked
around.
by, and then it's
closed.
It's closed.
And it didn't even make a sound.
Didn't even make a sound. That's fucking insane. Oh my god. Okay. I almost wish you guys were the last ones to go in.
Good old butt shot at the end of that, eh?
Wiping
Yeah,
my
so-
screen down.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything to see there, but I mean, it was more of the experience, and our camera gear has gotten a lot better since 2018. That's something I definitely noticed.
Yeah.
A lot of improvements in that end in terms of footage. But it was cool. It was something that continued to happen every time we were there, about that specific door or room. And you can tell how the guests or the investigators kind of bolted out of there, saying like, screw this.
Yeah. I hated that building.
I know you did. You always tried to get me to go in there with you.
And you never did. You went in. I think you went in there
It's more
twice.
safety. I mean those buildings.
That was the building that felt kind of like that's the one that'll still be up of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't been there since 2019. Now Leanne's watching, and she was there recently with.
The
Leanne
one
was
I'd be
there-
worried about is the nurses' quarters, the one in the back.
The one in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the asbestos floors.
I thought that was the more solid one. I thought the military building was the one that was like more falling apart.
The military building, the one with the chapel, where the water damage was bringing out the ceiling. I think the shell of the building will last forever, but you're right. Like the rest of it will probably collapse.
Yeah, I found the nurses' building was very like concrete. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like a
Pretty
hospital,
solid.
right? It's like
Yeah.
built like a hospital.
With all the rooms and in it being stripped.
And they used it for those disaster trainings where they would put like cars in the walls and in the nurses' quarters to like
So
do
Leanne says they're
simulations.
still standing.
All 4 are still standing. That's great news.
Yeah, they're still standing. Just are they?
Well,
The inside of the buildings are falling, so I'm guessing that's all the drywall and the roofing and all getting wet and falling.
parts of it were falling before too. We just have to change how we move people around or something. I'm sure we can pull off still great events there.
Oh man. So there's some other door stuff here too that we have. Now I know Leanne brought up the mirror, so I'm guessing that is.
Is that when the
is that
guy
the one
ran
we-
out of the mirror room?
Yeah, I have that here.
That's a good one.
Well, it's hard because the camera view isn't good, right? Because there's so much of what's going on that you kind of just hear the audio of what's happening.
Right.
But you heard him talk about it in the beginning.
But if you have something else with more like footage of experience, then do that, and then we'll put that one later.
This one I found interesting. This was a doorknob that twisted inside one of the death floor rooms. Nobody was around there. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I'm not the cameraman. I'm going to leave you guys with the camera. So who wants to film? Anything coming in through the ghost box?
I can't hear anything. I thought I heard my name, but I don't.
Say it out loud if you hear.
This thing's bright.
Duncan and Donald. And Hal, page 19.
That was the doorknob.
Kate Diston, age 37.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
It's a very clear doorknob sound, but I mean, it's too bad it didn't keep doing it. It was just that one shot. I don't know if Leanne is talking about the same mirror incident. But I can only remember one.
Remember we reviewed the one where when you guys were walking through, but it was a door, not a mirror. You were walking from one building to the next, or that figure showed up in the door.
Was that from Ninette?
Yeah.
And Eric saw the figure? I don't think it was me.
No, we reviewed it a while ago.
Oh, that, yeah. Well, it's so hard. I mean, it could be the woman's reflection. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't include it. It's very creepy looking. Looks like a creepy bald man. But I mean, it's pop.
The guy that was from the newspaper, Leanne saying.
The guy from the newspaper.
Oh, remember we had the guys
Matt
from the
TV.
newspaper? Yeah,
No,
yeah.
there was the cable channel, Matt TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a bunch of media that did come. So yeah, here I'll play the mirror one that I'm thinking of, and I know this is the one Eric's thinking of.
What?
It's like picking up more stuff up here than in
Can't be in there.
You can't be in there?
It's hurting like right
turn
here,
this up?
and my ear's hot.
That was talking a lot, actually, as soon as you came out here.
It said something in Cree.
It's really good that you have the camera because that means you recorded it. So we'll get all that. So I don't know which room is available, so we'll have to wait for Elliot to come back up. Maybe what we can do is we can switch them.
Yeah, alright, absolutely.
What's up, man?
I don't know, I was just like standing in the pitch black and then all of a sudden it got super dark and I was looking at my reflection in the mirror and then the mirror got all dark.
Okay, so you can use this one.
Oh my god.
So here, use the flashlight in here. You can keep the flashlight on, man.
I didn't use the flashlight at all, I was
But you
standing in
can
the pitch.
use it when you get scared. So here, they want to switch rooms anyway, so you can get this room. But to be honest, your nephew and them are looking at you in this room. This is the only room on the cameras.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we can go in there with you.
I don't know if
How about you
maybe
guys?
that's better.
you guys
Yeah,
come together?
There's a
There you
lot of
go, that's
activity in
great.
there.
that was like, that was a little much there. That was ridiculous. Like, it was just like, it all of a sudden got super dark, and I was looking at it, like, I could see behind me in the mirror, and then I couldn't see behind me, the mirror got dark. I'm like, okay, I'm turning my light on, that's about enough.
That made me think of one video. Do you still remember the video of the person asking for the orb and it comes? It's the only orb we've ever thought was amazing because the person asked for it and it appeared.
Yeah,
That was
but
in Ninette, wasn't it?
they even said, "Oh no, it's probably just dust." But it's funny how it did come out when they
okay.
asked for it. I think I might have that. I'm not 100% sure because I have some that are a few things, but I don't know. I do have the video of you going in the tunnel, which I'll probably end with that just to finish it up because it's kind of long. But I laugh so hard when I see you squeeze into that tunnel. Oh man. So we were talking about the halfway house. Now this is one of my favorites. Eric, this is you coming in ahead of a group. And you kind of just say hello down the hall, and you get a hello back. You remember that one?
I think that happened a couple times. I remember being very creeped out about that hallway, all the time. I would always say bye when I was leaving, just to be respectful. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Let's see if we can hear the responsive hello.
Is anybody here? We have a new group in here. Can you say hello? Here, can you say hello? Can you knock for us? Yeah, that's a good one.
Did you hear the hello response?
Yeah. I remember that
sure.
one.
Yeah. And
It's
that's a
they're
female.
far
It
away.
sounds like
They're
a
far
female.
away. Yeah. Because that building, there's a hallway, a room, then there's a bit of stuff, another room, and then another hallway that goes all the way down.
Mhm.
So that goes far. If somebody's saying hi, it could be from quite the distance.
Yeah. No, it was a female whispery voice. We got quite a few of those.
I remember the time when I couldn't get over the figure at the end of the hallway, but I don't know if we actually caught anything. Do you remember that? When I'm
we
video,
didn't capture
we didn't
anything.
actually capture anything, eh?
I looked and looked.
Yeah.
So let's I just have all these EVPs names, so we'll just start going through them. So this one I have can't go up, and I think you're leading a group of investigators through the military building. I'm pretty sure this is the military building, and you get an EVP that says can't go up. And I think you said that you were hearing footsteps up there.
So I'm gonna need the light for the stairs. I'm trying not to use it, but until I get my legs.
up here? I was hearing footsteps up here when we were downstairs. It was such a great place for EVPs, man.
It was always when you're on the move too. I mean, it was a very interesting phrase, "can't go up," because it starts off almost whispery. Can't go up.
It made me think of the one that sounds like somebody actually has to like go up on their toes to talk into the camera. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember
Well-
what they said. It was,
Well, the interesting thing about that one was that the lady was talking about trying to get her legs to go up the stairs.
yeah, and there was like a piece of wood that we would put at the bottom of the stairs that you had to like almost jump over to go up, which made it difficult for anybody who had any kind of difficulties.
And you both heard that one pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. All right, so Eric and door halfway. What does this mean? Let's see what this one is. Oh no, that's the door thing. Yeah, we already watched that. All right, so this one is just a get out. I don't remember which one it is, but let's watch it and see.
It's playtime. It's playtime. It's playtime. It's playtime. Oh yeah, that's when they come.
That's very clear.
Yeah, get out. There's something about that child's room, and I know we have a comment talking about, do we have any children EVPs or clips about the children? And yeah, we have children voices that we're going to show.
And you spent most of your time in that room.
Editing, yeah, like trying to, because we couldn't do promotional work prior to the event, so we had to do it there when we were there, and we could do some filming and stuff like that. So yeah,
we'd show up a week early and sleep in these crazy haunted locations.
I had good sleeps there. I mean, I remember good sleeps, except for that Sasquatch encounter.
Oh yeah, the noise. Don't do it. Don't do
it.
Don't do it. Just move on to the next thing.
Save that for your Sasquatch review.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So this one I have marked. Give me a razor. I don't know. Give me a razor. It's kind of sad.
Someone want to come out and talk to us?
So I think that was the nurses' building. It looks like the nurses' building.
That's another one that's very clear, and you know it's not somebody that's there.
That's not them, no.
No.
Not at all. But it's kind of like, give me a razor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Corey, how did you feel about that one?
I was hard. It was a different cadence than I was expecting. So I was trying to see if it maybe sounded like something. It did sound like that, but I was trying to see if it was maybe something else. But
it's not clear. Like it is something like that. Listening over and over, slowing it down is the best. I mean, it's a voice. It's something coming through. I don't know. Who knows? So this one I have marked good luck. And I think this is the children's room.
Do you not want to play with us? I'm not going to hurt you. 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 I'm not gonna hurt you.
You can come out.
That one was clear.
Yeah, if you
that
don't
one
look
was
at the
nice.
screen, you hear it perfectly.
It's very clear. It's like,
Yeah, very like, and there's a distance in between. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we are getting some comments about the last one. So we have Tracy who's saying that could it be give me a reason? It's quite possible.
Oh yeah.
And Elaine is saying, should we play this one because it might be Razor Blade? So maybe we should
Yeah, replay it now. Let's see.
replay the Razor Blade and see.
Someone want to come out and talk to us?
Yeah.
I hear it perfectly.
Elaine nailed that one.
Yeah.
I got
yeah.
the shivers when I heard that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Give me a
it's
Razor
perfect.
Blade.
It's absolutely
Give me a
like,
Razor Blade.
yeah, that's clear.
But I was trying to hear Tracy's as well. Give me a reason, and I do. But then I couldn't stop hearing the blade at the end.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Give me a Razor Blade.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's sad.
Like they were gonna
That is
cut us or
sad.
something, or cut themselves, or I
Yeah,
don't know.
that is definitely a sad one.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right, so this one is It's the Right Stew. You remember? I don't know if you ever heard this one. You were down with some girls in the basement of military, I think.
Okay.
So it's the right stew, but it's so clear that it's like, like what?
Was I in the kitchen of maybe like the old kitchen?
It was the basement where that little ladder is that goes up to the hole. And
Oh
then
yeah. Everybody thought it was like a portal to somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, it
creepy,
took you
man. It
somewhere.
was like out of
But,
nowhere. There's like these weird stairs that go up into this hole, and you're already in the basement, so you're like, where the hell could this go? You know?
And you're forcing investigators in there. You're like, yeah,
Absolutely.
you
have
gotta
to
go
go
in the
in
hole.
there. Yeah.
Go in the hole.
Kind of like forcing investigators down slides.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
that one backfired on me. Then.
All right, so let's see. It's the right stew.
Yeah, okay. So that just goes to a crawl space. Kind of creepy looking, really.
Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking.
Alright. So let's go over here. Oh my god. Walk here. Do you feel that? I'm not gonna say it, but
I get the cobwebbies again and hitting my face. I really do.
you're being touched. I got cold.
Yeah,
I think it's Is That Right, Stu? Like someone's name is Stu. You know, like Stuart? That's what I heard.
You
Is
think
that
so?
right, Stu? And it's so clear.
It's
Is
very
that right,
clean.
Stu?
It's a very clean audio sample.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a child almost to me.
Is that right,
don't
Stu?
Tori, what did you hear?
I couldn't.
Is that right, Stu?
Has the right to. Yeah. Yeah. I think I was more influenced by the what you thought it was.
Yeah.
I was trying to pick something. There was hearing something else, but I couldn't make it out. And Elaine saying like has the rights to.
Yeah.
Has
And
the
then
rights to. Oh, yeah.
and Jen has right stew or screw. I don't know. I guess we gotta listen to this again.
Yeah.
It's the right stew, or has the rights to, or right stew or screw. So let's see.
Is that right, Stu? So that just goes to a crawl space. Kind of creepy looking, right?
Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking.
I mean, I hear it's the right stew. I mean, I can't hear
I heard it's the right stare this time. The right
it's the right stare. I find stew is so clear, like stew.
I was looking away from the screen trying to.
It's the right stare, and then we gotta replay it again. Thanks, Corey.
Yeah, right, no problem.
God, and now I gotta go and see if I hear stare.
So that just goes to a crawl space. Kind of creepy looking, right?
Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Very creepy looking.
I can't hear anything else but the stew. Do you hear stairs again?
I did, yeah. It's the right stairs.
And everybody's commenting with Elaine on this one as well. You know, has the rights to, but the has I don't hear. I hear it's for sure, either his or its at the beginning.
I'm not sure.
Anyways,
I don't know.
It's a mystery.
It's
What
a
was
mystery.
it? Was it a stair?
It's like a ladder. It was like a ladder, right, Eric?
No, it was like 3 stairs that went
Was
up.
it steps that went up? I
Yeah,
thought
it wasn't a
little
ladder. No, it was like 3 or 4 steps that went up to a door that went to nothing. That literally went to just more basement.
Yeah.
That I think would have went to what used to be the tunnels.
Yeah, there's still a way into those tunnels, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is cannot or enough. It's how I marked it, so I don't know. We'll have to check it out and see what it is. I heard cannot breathe, not enough breathe. Or
I
enough
remember that
breathe.
one. I remember that one.
I can hear the cannot breathe. Again, it's on the move, so it's not really the clearest.
There was a lot of
exterior noise.
Yeah.
But still, it's interesting because it's a similar voice to the other ones that we're capturing when different people go in. So we'll see what people comment. So this one is close the door is what I marked. Maybe that's the one you brought up before, Eric. Something else about close the door.
Okay.
Love to see.
You guys, turn the light off.
Okay. 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 Okay, here, I'm gonna keep my light on. I'm just gonna have my hand over it.
I'll do Tina Future. I'll do Arthur Lee, age 56.
Yeah, each.
Those girls were hilarious.
Oh, I know, and they're so
Yeah.
scared, so scared.
Oh man.
But I mean that 4 young women, maybe
And the
17, 16, and then this male voice right in
Yeah.
the room with them. They're completely alone in the space.
And there's a
Close the
pause before
door.
the door.
Yeah,
It's
close the
close
door.
the door.
Close the door. Like, I mean, like, you can't deny that voice. There's a
Yeah.
male voice in a room that's closed and they're away from other people.
Yeah.
You know, and we're doing the name experiment. Close the door.
And that was names. We had written down names of all the people that had died and had not necessarily been buried in marked graves.
Mm-hmm.
So we had written the names down for every person that was there so that when we came in with a camera, they could recite or ask a question for that person and say their name.
Yeah.
It was a really good
exactly.
experiment.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was it's a good one. But I mean, that's just crazy. The male voice in that room, like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's hard. I guess you have to be there to really understand it. That these 4 young women are completely alone in a room, you know, door closed, nobody around them, and you get close the door.
The door.
Corey, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I hear it was pretty clear.
Yeah.
I was trying to determine if it was maybe one of them maybe, when you're goofing around had a little deeper voice, but
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
We hear a lot of them in the night. Like they were loud. And they were the ones that were like talking, like saying like personal stuff. And
Oh,
right.
yeah. Oh, these girls were just letting loose.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, the hands free. It's like it's sad she was making that face during that voice. So that was a very weird hands free voice whisper.
Yeah.
But hands-free is a pretty modern term, though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was one of them
Yeah.
whispering. You know, so we always say possible. You know, we're just marking it to see what they think, but they never commented, so I don't think they know that we put that footage out there. Whatever. Okay. So come here and look. I think this is what this EVP is. Come here and look.
Hello? That's it? So I want to go down there.
So do you guys hear the come here and look?
Yeah, it was pretty faint, but I could hear it.
Very, very quick clip too.
Yeah, it was very fast.
And then I realized I put up Brennan's comment on there right when we're supposed to be listening to the EVP. So maybe I will not do that, and we'll just do it one more.
Hello? That's it?
What's
Yeah.
what's the bell sound after?
Oh, it was back in 2018 when we thought it would be cool to put creepy music with the footage and then just turn it off for the EVPs. So this is like old, right?
Yeah.
So since then
Okay.
we've learned and we don't do that anymore. We just put some creepy music up for when we say possible EVP or something. But yeah, that's what that bell sound is.
It's not a bell.
I was like, that was pretty good timing.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to. I can only see a part of it on the clips, but it says, "Do you want us?" I'm guessing here. Do you want us here? Maybe that's the question.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you want us here?
I heard maybe.
You heard maybe?
Yeah.
See, like now when I would have edited that piece, I would have had the question with the answer together on the segments. But like we said, when we start this out, it's all a learning curve.
Did we have any footage of when we had the? I know it's like you can't smell it through, but when people experience the phantom smell of the hairspray where the beauty shop used to be?
We didn't talk about it. We do have the clip. It's somewhere. It's online. But yeah, I mean that was pretty interesting.
Well, yeah, the fact that it was in the space where there used to be a beauty shop.
Mm-hmm. So this one is Don't Go Through. Don't Go Through, and I think it's the military building. I don't know if the question is Don't Go Through. I think it's just a possible EVP of Don't Go Through.
You said don't go down there?
No. What do you mean that's it? So, is that just a... 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 So, is that just a clock? Well, those guys said something about a stairway, did they not? Yeah, so what was that? Just nothing in there, Kate? I'm thinking about so I can't really see. Vicky, shine in here.
Now there's a lot of talking going on, so it's always hard to kind of
hear it though.
But it stands out.
Yeah.
And they're looking for a staircase and saying don't go through, and it doesn't pair up with any of their voices. So it's always something that's intriguing, something to look at. So the peeling room, it was only later with our time at Ninette Sanatorium that, we found out that that floor with the peeling room was in fact the death floor. So when people were dying from tuberculosis and they were near death, they were brought to this floor because the doctors worked at this admin building and they could be closer for treatment, emergency treatment. So
that's where we slept.
And the peeling room is the room where the paint peels, and then there's no other room that really the paint peels. So
which is very strange. Yeah.
And there is a entity, I think, called Sam that they associate with it. If Lindsay or Leanne are watching, they could probably correct me. It's been so long since I remember these entity names that other paranormal teams have given them.
Was it Sam? Yeah, I think it was Sam.
I think Sam was the caretaker, and who liked that room. We do have some EVPs and stuff mentioning Sam. Anyway, so here's a pretty creepy EVP, and I think this was during the name experiment.
And Lena, no, I apologize if I pronounced the last name wrong. Nahulak, age 20.
That would be like
that's a good one, though.
Direct reference to tuberculosis, right? So
drink blood.
Don't your lungs fill with blood, or
I thought it was
Oh, it might be.
Oh,
The
maybe.
liquid is probably blood.
They were doing some strange things there
Yeah.
in terms of surgeries and procedures around.
And then there's stuff that happened after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Leanne is saying that the guy's name was Ed. So I remember
Ed.
that now. Ed. But I remember Sam as well. Wasn't Sam the evil one that like levitated a person and threw them on the ping pong table that was still there?
That's the one from the back.
Yeah. Wasn't that
Which-
Sam?
No. No. Isn't it
No?
Andre or something like that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Joseph. It was
No.
Joseph.
Was it Joe?
It was Joseph.
Oh, I'm trying to remember now the names of these entities that other teams.
The
have
halfway
created.
house one that like was terrifying us. The name that comes to mind is Joseph.
Really? But that was the military building where this thing happened, where
They threw an
a medium was
investigator
like picked up off the ground and thrown onto a
ping pong table, and the ping pong table is still there, broken.
Still broken, yeah.
So Laurie asked a question about whether we hear the EVPs after we review the footage. It's usually during reviewing the footage, right? So
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can catch
You
an
can
audible
catch
voice
it
on
when
site.
you're there. Yeah.
But really, it's when you're reviewing everything and you're coming across these voices that you're trying to place, and sometimes you can place them and sometimes you can't. You can never really prove that an EVP is actually,
well,
a ghost.
a lot of
It's
times
just a
we'll
phenomenon.
react to stuff, right? And we,
Yeah.
and it may be a small noise to us, but when you review it, it's a full sentence or.
And that's really usually the
Yeah.
fact. Like if you look at Elliot's footage with the jail when he's walking through the hallway, he like hears
Yeah.
something, and then we review it, and it's actually something there.
Mm-hmm.
We've had that happen a few times with all of us.
Yeah, I mean, like on video. So when the investigators film their investigation, if they say, like, "Did you hear that?" then I really take the time to go back and try to see if I can find whatever it is that
They might have heard. Yeah.
So it really helps. Like, even if you think you heard something, just say it, because it might help, in the review to actually go back and really take a closer look, because it's so easy to miss these little sounds when you review things.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is the interesting, like the Laurel and Yanny. You remember this one, Eric? Like we were playing it during the presentation, and then someone said, I think it says, "I'll kill you," and it's so strange because we hear "Get out of here,"
Okay.
and then someone said they heard "I'll kill you," and if you really focus on one or the other, the sentence completely changes.
Okay, let's check it out.
Completely changes. So try to listen, "Get out of here," then close your eyes and think "I'll kill you." And the
Okay.
tone and the structure completely changes. It's amazing.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this. All I could hear that time was "I'll kill you."
That's all I could hear. I couldn't hear "Get out of here."
Yeah.
You couldn't hear "Get out of here" either?
No, it was clearly "I'll kill you."
Okay, so now say "Get out of here" 3 times in your mind and keep your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say "Get out of here, get out of here." Actually, keep them open and read it and see if it changes.
Okay.
No.
Still "I'll kill you"?
Yeah, that's all I get.
I could not hear that.
Yeah.
But do you hear it pretty clearly, "I'll kill you"?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
very clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
"I'll kill you." Okay, well, I don't know. We'll see what people comment, see if they can hear it both ways or just one way. I can definitely do both sides of it.
just by like Laurel and Yanni, just flip in my mind and I can hear both.
Okay.
Okay, so this is like one of my all-time favorites. So here Eric is having a silent EVP session, and he would take the group into the room at the military. No, this was the halfway house.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the military.
No, this is the last building, I think. This is at
Is
the
it?
halfway house, yeah.
And
This is where
they
they
have
would end.
so you have a quiet, everybody quiet. Let's ask questions one at a time.
Yeah.
And then we get this female EVP, one saying like a patient, give me more, and then the other voice saying, want more.
Oh, I
Very
remember
clearly,
this.
female voices, and you guys don't hear it when you're there, but it's so loud.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on here, but it's very interesting. This is like patient and nurse. Give me more, you want more? And then we have another one, which is the same voice on the same building with the same group as well. No, different group, actually. All right, let's hear this one.
Did you miss your family up north? Where did you come from?
Okay, you can put your lights back on. Fantastic. So that's it for this space. We'll get the next group in and then we'll be ready to do our...
Wasn't that the military building? It looks like it.
That's the end. That's the end where I would finish in the last building and we would go to where the living room was, where the like mirror and the window was broken. And there was glass on the ground and we would just chill in a circle.
Yeah.
And that's so clear, man. That is so clear.
Like, what is that? Like, that's
Because
clearly...
that can't even be somebody just outside. Because there would be a group waiting for us outside, and that doesn't even have that distance on it. That's like somebody in that room with us.
Yeah, no, I've picked up on the groups outside, and you hear chitter chatter, like talking
Yeah.
conversation. Like this
Yeah.
is a very clear voice coming through.
Absolutely.
And give me more. You want more? Like
Yeah. Like very
Yeah.
interactive.
It's very like residual. It's
Yeah.
like something
Yeah.
residual in that
Yeah.
space. I don't know.
That was a
It
scary
was,
building, that building, man.
Yeah, I heard great Patty, but I think that was one of the guests.
No, that was Eric saying great at the end.
Yeah.
Of it.
Oh, it was
Like,
Eric.
great.
That's
We're gonna
me
move
ending
on.
the session. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's like it's just so clear. I just have to listen to that again because it's just like a clear female voice. And then there's
It's
also
a
the
great
beginning one too. Were you able to catch the first piece there? The male
Yeah.
voice.
I am there. Yeah, like
Yeah.
because he asked, "Do you miss your family up north?"
Are you in the north?
Yeah, I am there. Yeah.
Did you miss your family up north? Where did you come from?
Like that's like louder than you, Eric.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's a good one. We got some really good. Like I said, Ninette is the EVP like hub. Like if you go to friggin' Ninette, you bring recorders and that kind of stuff. That's what you go for there.
No, you can catch a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And this is only a little bit that I pulled. There's so much I could have gone
Yeah.
through, but it was just getting too much. So this one I have marked down as Go Derek.
Yeah. What's in that corner?
Over here?
Yeah, is that the closet?
It is, yeah. And looks like another door probably to the bathroom. Cause Because it's got like a towel bar on it.
Like that, for me, that was very clear. And this is a group of 2 women and 1 man, and that's a man's voice, and the man is speaking.
Yeah.
So it's very clean. It's a very clean voice.
Yeah, it was quick, but yeah.
Yeah, very quick. And I think this one is quick too. It's an "I'll kiss him," and I think I threw this in here just because it's interesting. I'll kiss him.
Woman's bathroom is an enclosed door. I remember this being a good one.
Looks like they did new renovations on this one. Some drywall in the mouth.
So, I mean, I remember when we brought this one up, and I think we talked about the Manitoban accent. I'll kiss him.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it more clearly near the end, yeah.
Yeah, very, I thought that was a pretty cool one. But, you wouldn't want to catch TB and get kissed. So, as the now staying late, and Troy's got to put his kids to bed, and we all got work in the morning, so
What are you going to finish with?
Not too many left to go through. We haven't got through the Jesuses yet. There's something going on here with the Jesus, and I don't know if it's the Jesus camp that kind of brought this on, or maybe because people...
Probably. Is it all in the chapel?
No, it's spread around. It's just a lot of Jesus stuff. But I'll go through this one. I have it marked, I'm scared.
Oh yeah, I think it is, definitely. I need to turn our lights off in here.
So, very faint, but if you got earphones on, you can definitely hear the scared.
It started out louder and then dropped down.
It's nothing, it's not a wow factor, maybe EVP, but it's definitely an interesting one.
Scared.
I'm scared. So here, we're coming up to some Jesus ones, so we'll play some Jesus EVP.
I say Jesus a lot, though. You don't think it's me that's saying that?
I don't know. Do you say amen after?
Never. I never say amen.
All right, let's go with the Jesus EVPs.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Someone needs to clean their stove.
Just strange.
I don't even know where that would come from. The liquid, it's like never seen rust liquefy like that.
So you guys hear that, Jesus?
Yeah, I heard the Jesus. I wasn't quite convinced on the amen part, but there was something else that followed it.
Like, amen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
all right, we'll move on to the next Jesus. All right, here's Jesus number 2.
Jacob Johnson, age 26.
Marion, Ireland, age 46.
Sophia Hicks.
So
I heard
Jesus-
the last one. I heard stop talking.
You heard stop talking?
Yeah,
I didn't hear the talking. Did you hear that Jesus though?
yeah, that was pretty clear. And G, that was all one location. Yes.
I can just think of all the, like, as I was listening to that, I was thinking of like the walk up to some of these buildings, how you're like in the paths and like you don't see it till you get really close, and then it's like a huge, massive building. Like, yeah, we have to go back to Ninette.
Here's one with Leanne if she's still watching. They were all on the porch looking into the window.
It's so powerful, you almost need to be.
That's a creepy shot.
Yeah, it was creepy being on that deck. It could be get off the back deck, kind of what I hear too.
Yeah, that because back bed doesn't really.
Yeah.
No,
make
but get
a
off
lot
the
of
back deck, yeah, I kind of hear
Yeah.
that. So you remember those young girls? So they also got a Jesus, and I think it's with the same voice, that male voice that they got. So again, these are 4 young women who are in a room by themselves with the door closed. So I think it's the same voice that said, "Close the door." So see if you guys think it sounds the same.
Fuck no! No! Are you, what are you on? That's weird. We don't want anything to happen. Fuck me here. Fuck. Here. Anyone got some good jokes? God, who are Names has got to meet rating, eh? 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 Names has got to meet rating, eh?
I know, right?
What's on the back? Division of Youth for Christ, Portage.
Oh, cool.
That one was very almost. Like it was very.
Jesus F.
Yeah, like it was very like.
It was
Yeah.
like close the door though. Close the door. Jesus
Yeah.
F. Like maybe there's a dude in there who's getting annoyed by these loud teenagers.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's 4 women alone in a closed room away from other people, and this male voice is just in there with them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's in there. That's not muffled by a door or a wall.
No, that's right there. Yeah.
That's right there.
The creepiest thing was like the size of some of the windows in these rooms. Like the Peely room, how big those windows were. Like to sleep in that room, it would terrify me because who's looking at you through those huge windows that you can't see? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now the male voice I think came back and gave the name Sam with the same group.
The worst. Guys, what if there was something sitting in that chair?
What if you shut the fuck up, eh? That'd be a good idea.
That's myself.
Did something happen?
So again, a male voice in this room with 4 teenage girls saying Sam.
Yeah.
Very, very strange.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get to one of my favorite ones. We actually played this over the radio in Manitoba. This one is just, I think it's great. So let's watch this one.
We're coming up.
Don't go on the floor. Just go up the stairs.
So you guys remember that one?
I don't.
I
don't
remember that one.
I don't remember reviewing that. No.
One of my faves. You guys are acting so tired, like you got no energy.
What do you mean? It's Sunday.
Yeah. No, I gotta go get the kids to bed, but
I gotta get this guy to bed.
Who, me?
Me.
I got a few children ones, so we'll do a few of the children ones before we sign off for the night.
All right.
211. Anybody down this way? What's down in this room?
That's the.
But that one is so high pitched and faint that you really need earphones to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, Tori, with your headset, if you're able to hear it.
Yeah, I heard that. That was pretty
I
clear.
hear something, but I'm
It's
not
very
sure.
faint.
Yeah.
You need some good quality earphones to really hear that one.
It could almost be heard as "Be My Friend."
Yeah, but it's definitely a high pitch, like maybe a 6-year-old boy or girl or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go to this one.
Do you want us to leave? Do you want us to leave? Do you want us to leave? Do you want us to leave?
You almost hear he after that. Yes, wonderful he.
Or yes, wonderful. Leave.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
you're right. Yes, wonderful leave.
Yeah.
That was a very clean one as well. Extremely clean voice coming through. And here's another clean one, which is Eric. So Eric, remember during the name experiment, you didn't know where people were in the room, so you kept emptying open doors
Right.
just to see, and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Well, here's you going into one of those rooms.
Okay. I remember this one, I think.
Ready when you are.
Michael Novosad, age 22.
Mitro Mudre, age 72.
Ada Minks, age 36.
Percy Mowat, age 26.
Thank you, ladies. Anybody in here? 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 Here?
So, I mean, for me, if there was ever a kid's voice, that's a kid's voice.
Yeah.
Just straight up, that's a child. It
Yeah.
sounds like it's, 6, 7, 8-year-old child. Eric coming into an empty room, and I guess, Eric, you're saying, is anybody here? Because it's pitch black and you can't see.
Yeah, I can't.
There might be somebody sitting in there. And
I don't want to ruin anybody's experience, so I walk around in the pitch darkness. Like that's what probably scares more people than anything, is that out of nowhere I'm just there.
And then a very, clear, you're not Valerie, an old child saying you're not Valerie.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this one. Is it says no response?
Hello?
So sour.
Permission to come in? Is there anybody who'd like to come forward and say hello? Is there anybody who'd like to come forward and say hello? Is there anybody who'd like to come forward and say hello?
So it's a pretty strange, like again, almost childlike no coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that clearly, Corey?
Oh yeah, I heard the no pretty clear. I couldn't make out what the first part was.
Mm-hmm. No, looks like there's only 3 more little clips, and that's it. And we went through all of them. Well, except for the the group of girls for my last group there, when I ended up getting screwed with by the spirits. But we'll probably save that for another time.
Now, by yourself is a little bit fun.
What?
Wait. Did you hear that? I don't know. I thought I heard something like move right before you got up.
Oh, I thought I felt like
I
this. I kind of felt like.
I heard something move right before you got up, and then you jumped up 2 seconds after.
Thank you, but no thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. No.
That one's hard to tell whether that came through the spirit box or not.
It's just like at the Sir John Johnson house, the peekaboo there, the very clean female one.
Yeah.
It's like you can't. There's no static sound to it, but I mean they're all freaking out. So why would they say you're welcome? And she obviously responds to it like ugh. So it must have come out of the spirit box, but it just came out so clean. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I feel very light all of a sudden. Okay.
Is that another clean, creepy one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That one was good.
You know, very clean. All right. So this is the last one, and then we'll say goodbye.
All right.
I think everybody who's watching has already heard my horror story from Ninette, so I don't really have to go through that again. So here we go.
That breath was really creepy.
I
It
heard
is.
Anna.
You heard Anna in the
Who is
breath
it?
or in the beginning?
In the breath. Who is it? Anna.
Really?
Oh.
Who
Yeah.
is it? Anna.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, we got so much from Ninette.
So much we
a
haven't
great
even looked
plate,
at.
and just so much to go through.
Yeah.
So I will end this with Eric squeezing through the tunnel because I'm sure everybody would like a good laugh before.
I'll even watch that before coming
You'll
home.
even watch that?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if there's any questions because we got a bunch. I know Brennan said, what did he say? Can we fit it all in there? Is the spirit box session? My uncle asked me how much time do we have left in here, and we got a very clear mail response. There's time. It was so clear you'd think there was someone in the room with us. Yeah, Brennan, I actually remember you talking to me about that at the time. Yeah, the spirit box, it's rare to hear things in the moment, but sometimes you do. Sometimes it comes out nice and clear and you get to hear it. But most of the time we have to go back and we have to review it and just kind of confirm, what's really going on through it. Sometimes extremely intelligent and sometimes just complete random stuff coming through. Come back to Manitoba. We would if we could. It all depends on the pandemic and if we have to quarantine or not. If they set up a 14-day, we're ultimately just waiting for interprovincial travel. That's what we need to wait for. Once that's approved without mandatory quarantine, then it'll be possible for us to
much more feasible
to return to Manitoba. And permitting what else is happening with us this season. I know that we've had messages and stuff about asking us when we're going to get going again. At this time, we really don't know. We're doing the virtual lives to support some of the sites that we work with. My hope is by July we would be able to do small bubble investigations again like we did last year. That's kind of our hope is in July that numbers all die down and everything is safe and people are vaccinated. And we can get back to that and maybe work our way up to larger events in the fall if everything looks really good. So fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Now I know there's my story my experience that I had at Ninette Sanatorium, which is probably why I wouldn't want to go back. It's because, when you do this, you always fear that, something can mess with your psyche or your psychology, your head.
And there was stalked?
Yeah, well, this was the last night, the last event that we were there. And I think Leanne was there if she's still watching. There was a group on the 3rd floor. They were feeling ill in the peeling room. This is the death floor. I'm just saying really quickly the story.
Yep.
I said I couldn't stay with them. They wanted me to stay with them. They were on the live feed. I said I got to check on the other groups, just we had other groups on the other floors. So I went to the DVR room, which was on the same floor, and I sat down just to watch them a bit to make sure they were okay. And then I started hearing tapping on the window, and throughout this entire visit, the investigators were telling us there's direct tapping, and I didn't put any of the clips up at the tapping, but we have a lot of the tapping that was happening in the rooms, and it was a very clear 1, 2, 3 tap. And I looked over at the window, and I know this window has no trees on it. Like we know the outside of this building. There's no trees. There's nothing. There's nothing.
We
on this
actually
window.
scoped it out because we wanted to cross a wire from that room to another building, but couldn't do it because there was no tree.
And it just, in my mind, I don't know if this is how you see apparitions or if this is what a ghost looks like, but there was a man in the window looking out, but was looking at me through the reflection of the window, tapping on the window. So I don't know if that makes sense. A man was looking out of the window,
it's like a double
tapping on it,
reflection.
looking at me through the reflection, sitting there looking at the DVR. At that point, I stood up, and then the tapping happened again, and then I booked it. I just left. I wanted to go and distract myself, and I went to check on the other groups, so I spent some time with the other groups to get my mind off this thing that I just saw and what I just experienced. So, going through a sanatorium with a tiny little flashlight,
It's not the best, just it's pitch black. Like Eric said, you can't see in front of you.
And it's
I have
just
the
you and
little.
I and a bunch of people.
You aren't even there. I'm by
Yeah,
myself. You're
I'm
in
in
the
the
back
back with a
building.
bunch of, yeah, exactly.
And I have this little dollar store flashlight, and I'm
The
making
end
my
of the
way
night.
through, and these floors are huge, and I'm trying to find these
Yeah.
groups. So I finally might make my way back up to find the girls that weren't feeling well, and I can hear them, and I go to the peeling rooms. I think they're still there, and I hear them talking. I put my hand on the
Laughing.
hand.
Yeah.
I put my hand on the knob, and they stop talking. So I open the door, pitch black, nobody's in there. Close the door. I'm like, well, where are they? So then I start hearing them down one wing. So I'm like, okay, they changed rooms. Just before I left, I said, feel free to check out the other
Yeah,
rooms.
because they were alone now.
So I go down one wing, and I hear them, and they get louder as I get closer. I put my hand on the handle of the door. Stops. No more sounds. I open it up, and they're not there. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm all kind of like, what the hell's going on? And I walk back to the center of this building, and now I hear them again coming from where the DVR room is. So I literally walked by the DVR room going like this, just I didn't want to see that guy at the window. And I can hear them coming for the room at the very end where the window is. So again, once I open the door, nobody's there and there's no more sound. So I head back to the peeling room to center myself, saying, where are these girls? I mean, I'm hearing them here.
Yeah.
And I end up hearing them again down the far hallway. So I start walking down, gets louder and louder and louder. And as I get closer, my flashlight starts flickering on me. It starts dying. And I can hear them coming from that end, from that wing. You know, you go down that long hall, turn left, then there's another left onto the porch. So I head down there. And again, as soon as I put my hand on that knob, my flashlight completely dies, pitch darkness, and I don't hear them anymore. I don't open the door. I'm not going to open that door in pitch darkness. But the whole time I'm doing this, I'm saying hello and stuff. I'm trying to talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you? Like, hello. So I said, okay, I need a brighter flashlight. I can't do this. So then I go downstairs, and they're all sitting in the presentation room quietly eating the junk food that we brought for the event. And they said, yeah, we just couldn't do it up there. So later,
You had that whole time on your own there. That whole
I
moment
was shocked. My heart dropped when I saw them there. I'm like, I can't explain what the hell was going on. And I don't know if Leanne's still watching, but I think she came up to me and said I looked like a ghost or white as a ghost or something.
Yeah.
I've never experienced something like that where I was having audio hallucinations.
Yeah.
Were they fed up with me? Did they want me out?
We had been there a week, man.
I don't know, but I mean, that's the fear that would keep me from going back to Ninette, is to experience that loss of control again, that, having the hallucinations.
That's why you go back.
That's why I go back?
Yeah.
Thanks. I got to drop though, Elliot. So thank you guys.
All right,
see you, buddy.
Take care, Corey.
And I only have 2%, Elliot, so it might die soon.
So I do have the video. So what I guess I haven't told in the story is that the girls were having their own audio hallucinations before I went back up. And they kind of got lost and were trying to find their way out. And they told me that I was talking to them. I was nowhere near them. I was with other groups. And they were talking to someone. And if you listen in the footage, you can hear my voice. It's not me. It's not me. And then they have a child voice come in, kind of leading them around. So this is the clip of the girls getting lost before I go upstairs and try to find them. So let's play this.
No, we're back at the same spot. Yeah, where we came. This. We go this way. Hello? That was just us. We got lost. We're trying to get out of here. No, we went this way. Exit. 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 Exit.
No, because when we came through here, walking towards the camera.
So did he hear my voice? When they said it's just us, I got lost? Well, Eric is gone, so he'll have to watch the replay. So I don't know if you guys, heard that. But right in the beginning when they say, oh, it's just us, we got lost, they said they thought that was me, but it wasn't me. But if you listen, does it sound like my voice? So let's do that one more time, and it's right before we get that child EVP come through.
This way. So, no, we're back at the same spot. Yeah, where we came. This is we go this way.
Hello? That was just us. We got lost. We're trying to get out of here.
No, we went this way. Exit. 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 Exit.
So, yeah, I mean, that wasn't me. I don't know who would be calling up to them or what the voice said. It's definitely not me. And it's interesting how when they respond that, hey, we got lost, it's just us, there's no other response after that other than a bit later that child EVP saying, follow me. So these girls were lost. It's a pretty long clip. I know it's somewhere on our Facebook page, the whole version of this. But they essentially got lost and went downstairs, and it was when they went downstairs that I came up the back staircase and looked for them and went through some audio hallucinations myself. So I just want to listen to that part where it's my voice one more time. I just want to see if I can make out what the voice says.
This way. So, no, we're back at the same spot. Yeah, where we came. This is we go this way.
Hello? That was just us. We got lost. We're trying to get out of here.
No, we went this way.
That so sounds like me. It's kind of giving me the chills. Like, I did not say hello. I did not yell up to them. I was with another group. That is creepy. Okay, I'll take a quick look at the comments here. Spirit's playing with you guys. That does sound like you. Yeah, it does sound like me. That's for sure. And yeah, I think that's what happened, and that's why I do not want to go back or experience that again. But I will go back because Eric loves that place. Yeah, it's definitely a male. Can you play the clip again where I'm asking to go upstairs and the EVP says, get out of here? Yes, I will play that for you again. And if you want a copy of that, Brennan, just email us or private message us. Probably email, and I can just send you the clip if you want to hold on to it. I know it's one of the good ones, so let's play that for Brennan. Let's see. Get out of here. Where are you? Where are you? Get out of here. Really put a lot on here. No, I wish this was in some sort of order. Here it is. All right. No, that's the other get out of here. It's more than one get out of here. Okay. I'm rushing to find it, so that's why I'm not finding it. So I'll just take my time. Here it is. All right, Brennan. Here's your clip.
We're coming up.
Yeah, there was really something about that third story of the halfway house. The smell of cigar was actually reported by a lot of people throughout the different nights. Something definitely going on up on that space. So I said that before we take off, if there's any more questions or any repeat clips that you want to see, please feel free. Yeah, Lorraine, tons of activity at Ninette. We were really sad that we couldn't get back there last year. Get out of here, followed by a whistle. Yeah, there was a whistle sound. My thought on that was that it was somebody's coat. You know, like when you move your arm and it kind of swishes. Yeah, Leanne, I know you guys did. I think you guys did some videos, didn't you? I think I remember seeing that. I hope that Ronnie still has it, you know, by the fall. Maybe by the fall. Hopefully she still has it. I haven't talked to her, I think maybe 3 months ago I checked in. All right, Eric to squeeze in the tunnel. That's what we're looking for now. Let's see, Eric squeeze. So the Ninette Sanatorium has a network of tunnels that were used because in wintertime you wouldn't want to go outside in Manitoba snow. You know, whether it was to move corpses or to get food from building to buildings, but more likely it was used for linens. Everything was connected to the laundry facility, and it was a way to get clean linens. And so I'll play that tunnel and I'll put up some history on the sanatorium for those who are still watching. If you want to know a little bit about the history, you can also Google it, but I'll put it up while I show you Eric going into the tunnels. So most of the tunnels have been caved in, and this was for safety reasons, but they didn't do a good job, and I think they were doing this, I think, in the 80s or 90s or something. But I know the man who owns the trailer park next door said he was riding his lawnmower and he actually caved into one. So supposedly there are access points, and this access point was open, and Eric wanted to go inside to see what the tunnel looked like. So Eric squeezed in, and I quite enjoy this video because I find it funny how he was squeezing in there. Oh, I think here's a clip I didn't play yet. I think it's an EVP clip, so let's just do this one first.
Can you tell me how many of you are here? Even better, can you tell me how many of us are here? How do you feel about this building not being in the greatest shape? This is your home. That dog made my heart jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, let's go to the other side, which is the coolest side of this building, and then we'll head over to...
I just have to turn that on so I don't bump
So I
into...
don't walk into this. Walking this very tiny space to walk into that giant.
All right, the 1112 EVP is pretty clear. So, Eric in the tunnel. I will check this one more time. It's fun. Yes, Lorraine, it is extremely fun. Brennan, you wouldn't mind doing an overnight investigation there? Yeah, I mean, Brennan, Ronnie's pretty open to it. I mean, she's looking to raise whatever she can for the sanatorium. If you private messaged her and contacted her, I'm sure that, you know, she'd be able to work something out for you, or anybody who wanted to have a sleepover there. So let's do the tunnel. So everybody have a great night. I'm going to end it after this video plays, and we can go to bed thinking about how Eric went into this tunnel all by himself. So we are going to be going live for an investigation April 17th at the Sir John Johnson House. If you go back last week, we did do it live and went through clips from there. It's an amazing place. It's a great site, one of the oldest houses in Ontario. We'll be doing a live investigation there. So check that out on April 17th. So everyone, thanks for watching and have a good night.
What do you see?
Nothing.
Well, why aren't you going through that?
I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it.
Oh my god. Yo, do you want the camera?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's smaller than I thought.
Does it open up at all?
Yeah.